Hi, I'm John, and welcome to John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review is my YouTube channel, and it is dedicated to sharing my passion for motorcycles. And this is really, there's a joy in motorcycling that transcends just riding the motorcycles. For me, it includes the whole process of buying motorcycles, of bringing them in and servicing them, of restoring older vintage bikes like this 1978 Kawasaki KZ1000. It's a way for me to share my experience in restoring bikes and servicing bikes and making bikes safer. It's also a way for me to describe what it's like to actually get out and ride these vintage classics and even the newer modern bikes. A little bit of my history: I have been involved in buying and selling and maintaining and restoring and improving motorcycles for my entire adult life. I have a degree in mechanical engineering and a background in that, though I'm not a trained motorcycle mechanic, my background in engineering helps me to understand some of the systems and functionality of motorcycles and how they work, how they're put together, why they're put together the way they are. At this stage of my life, I have owned and ridden over 1,000 different types of motorcycles. So this includes all of your European brands, all of your Japanese brands, the American brands, even some Chinese brands as well. That range of experience gives me kind of a unique perspective when I ride and review motorcycles. Currently, my favorite era of motorcycles is 1970s through 1980s Japanese UJM style motorcycles. And the UJM stands for the Universal Japanese Motorcycle. And this era was an era when, most people had one motorcycle to do every type of riding that they would want to do. It was not an era of specialization. That came in the mid-80s and has really continued on to this day. Videos on this channel are going to be somewhat content heavy on the Japanese motorcycles from this era, but it certainly will not be limited to that. The types of videos that you will see on this channel include ride review videos where I'm actually out on the road riding the motorcycles and telling you what they are like to ride and drive. And this includes both modern bikes and classic bikes. I will also be doing back-to-back comparisons. Sometimes it'll be two classic bikes compared back-to-back. Other times it will be more modern bikes compared back-to-back. And sometimes it'll even be a modern bike compared to a classic bike. And really, with the used bike market, there's such a range of machines that you can purchase for around the same money. These comparisons are actually applicable because you can go out and buy a vintage bike for the same money that you could go out and buy a newer bike. And so trying to help people determine which is right for them. And my hope is that this will expose viewers to maybe a thought process that they didn't have before, but maybe they would entertain owning a classic bike, or maybe they would just say, watch the video and be like, no, I don't want the hassle. I'd rather just buy a newer bike. But that way they're still an educated buyer and they can get out and get on the right bike for them. And if they're on the right bike for them, they're going to tell their friends about it, and it's going to spread the joy of motorcycling. Other types of videos that will be on this channel include motorcycle service videos. And a lot of times these are on the more modern bikes, and I will go through and show you how to service it from front to back and make sure that your newer bike is safe to ride and ready to rock, and you can get out and ride that, whether it's a new purchase or a bike that you've had for a long time. You can get it ready for the season, get out and ride it, and enjoy it safely. I will also be doing series of videos on restoring a classic bike. And those may cover everything from buying the bike and actually going and looking at it prior to purchasing it, through the whole process of getting it back here and going through it from front to back and bringing it back to life. Sometimes I buy non-runners, sometimes I buy bikes that already run, but maybe they don't run well. One of my favorite aspects of this sport is to take something that doesn't function and to bring it back to life. And it's so rewarding to do a project like that. And I would love if these videos would inspire viewers to take on a similar project and for them to experience that level of satisfaction. And really that kind of sums up the goal of this channel. The goal of this channel is to encourage fellow motorcycle owners to keep their bikes nice, to improve their bikes, to bring their bikes back to life, and to help them in that process. In summary, John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review is dedicated to reviewing motorcycles, restoring motorcycles, servicing motorcycles, and comparing motorcycles. If those sound like interesting videos to you, I'd encourage you to subscribe and come along with us on the journey. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, enjoy the ride.